Hello and good morning. We got some live coverage of Jedi Survivor today over at Star Wars Celebration that's happening in London. So it's early in the morning for me, but I'm super pumped to see what they have planned. For sure, we're getting the final gameplay trailer for Jedi Survivor and hopefully some interviews with some cool people. So let's see. Let's go.
One of the biggest games of 2019 was Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order.
True.
It's been a long 4 years since we've checked in with our good friend Cal Kestis and BD1, but all of that's about to change later this month when we finally get our hands on the brand new sequel, Star Wars Jedi
We're so
Survivor.
freaking close. I
Here
can't
to talk
believe
about
how
the game
close
is its
we
director,
are.
Stig Asmussen.
Hey, Stig! I actually got to chat with Stig while I was at the preview event like a week ago, 2 weeks ago, around there.
Oh.
And he was very, very nice.
Been trying to get you through those blast doors for 4 years, man. Where
Very
you been?
excited about this game.
Working on a game.
True.
Yeah, let's talk about it. Fallen Order was a favorite game of mine, I think for a lot of other people, I think we can say.
Yeah, just a little bit. Just a little bit.
I have fawned over it one-on-one with you a million times. When you are building off of a game that is already so polished and so well-loved, where do you go? What do you do?
It's a good question. For us, it was recognizing that we had something that was really good and not messing with it. We didn't want to tear down all the hard work that we put into the first game that fans recognized. They loved playing the game. So we just looked at our 4 pillars and we refined them.
Yeah.
We added more seasoning across the board. The game's bigger and better. And there's another pillar that we added too, is customization, and that became a focus for us.
Crazy. I've made multiple videos about how crazy the customization is.
So let's talk about story, because
we're talking story?
A lot of Star Wars fans, and it is
Stig's like,
amazing to
I can't
hear
talk about
how many
story.
people say the crew of the Mantis is their favorite crew. Cal Kestis is their favorite Jedi. How did it feel to sort of like bring that into the world and know that these characters are a huge part of Star Wars for people? And where did you want to take the story knowing that?
Are you talking about for Fallen Order or Survivor?
For Survivor.
Well, we were really happy with the way the story turned out for Fallen Order, and let me say, it came hot in the end. We barely got the thing done. For Survivor, it wasn't about like changing anything. It was about continuing the story. We already introduced them in the first game, like the main characters, Cal, BD, Seer, Marin, Grease.
Grease!
We didn't have to spend time introducing them for this game, so
Grease
we were able
deserves
to
a cheer,
really
100%.
focus on like kind of getting inside their heads.
Yeah.
And this game is gonna be darker, and
I'm very
It's gonna
excited.
be more emotional than the first one.
Love it.
Sorry, my eyes.
So
My
let's
eyes
talk about,
stinging. I'm not
let's
crying.
Talk about combat. You're talking about these 4 pillars. How is the combat system evolving? I had a lot of fun just getting my force powers, swinging my saber around in the first one. How did you improve on that for this one?
You just played it recently too.
I did. I got to go to one of the preview events. They had some people out, some press out, and you let me play the game for a few hours, and whoo, it's good.
That's right.
It's good.
It's the
You can do a lot with those
reaction.
sabers now. You can do a lot.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's again with combat, it wasn't changing. It was just honing and refining, and I guess the big new feature that we have this time around is we're going from 2 fully realized stances to 5, and because of that, you know, we've got more. We also have more force powers. I mean, the skill tree is exponentially bigger.
And beautiful.
And
it's
you know,
absolutely
the players,
gorgeous.
You're all going to get a chance to kind of, you know, build out Cal and how he becomes like full Jedi mastery the way that you want.
Yeah.
And that was a major goal for us.
It feels so good. There's the new saber stance, the dual wield. I love I call it animal style. I like to go in animal style and dual wield with Cal, and it is so satisfying to just come in with both arms swinging, flying
animal
around.
Mode.
It feels good.
Yeah, I heard somebody recently made a comment that it feels like Cal's basically a human propeller
Yes.
in this game, which I thought was pretty accurate. But yeah, the dual wield, you know, we had a version of that in the first game. It came in late. Again, another thing that came in hot. We weren't able to get it across the finish line as a completed stance. So that was one of the first things that we had on this game before we started working on the last two.
Yeah, it's amazing. And then of course there are new planets that we're exploring, and these environments are beautiful. And not only are
Stunning.
they beautiful, but all of the nooks and crannies and the little side tunnels and hidden things, it just feels so much more dense than the first game. Like there's so much more to do.
Yeah. So just to like talk about planets, we did the preview event recently, and Kobo was a big reveal.
Yeah.
And it's a massive planet. Yeah. It's like nothing that we've ever done before. But
Giant.
To be honest with you, we
Spend
learned a lot making the first game,
and hours
we took those
there.
learnings into how we approached making these larger places on the second game. And you know, the first game it would be more kind of like Cal approaches the environments with verticality, but they could be very like somewhat narrow paths.
Yeah.
This game we have wide verticality.
Yeah, it felt huge.
Yeah.
And the amount of different ways I could get around now.
Just limited by your abilities.
Yeah.
So it's like we're taking our Metroidvania approach a step further. And just to you know, talk about another planet, we're going to have Coruscant as well too.
I'm so excited for Coruscant.
I think there's
when they confirmed that in the story trailer, it was like
confirming it here.
Wow.
Oh, that's true. They didn't say it
Cal's
was
going to
Coruscant.
Coruscant.
We just knew it was Coruscant.
That's good. And another thing that I loved about the new planets is about Kobo in particular is it feels very lived in. There is a village that you can visit and interact with. There are characters now that when you're talking to them, they're like, "Hey, Cal, can you like help me out with something?"
The NPCs are so
And
cool.
you
I'm
build
so excited
relationships
to
with these
chitty
characters
chat
in a
with
way
them more.
that's much deeper than it was in the first game. And I loved all the people in Kobo.
Yeah, you know, it's interesting. Like on the first game, we were kind of like Cal. We were just learning our way. We were new, like team formed together. We had to get to know each other. We had to understand what game we were making. And on this game, it's a good reflection of Cal as well too, because we're more confident, we're more deliberate about our actions, and we were able to take on much greater challenges with how we approached some of these locations, and you know, yeah, like you mentioned, the fidelity is really high.
Yeah.
Our environmental storytelling game has gone up, and
Yeah.
you know, we're also taking advantage of the
For
new
sure.
hardware. We're getting the you know, full ray tracing treatment, which gives us beautiful lighting with
There's
depth and fidelity.
Yeah, there was a jungle area that I went through in the demo that you had for me, and it's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous.
And you know, just having the more power with the CPUs, GPUs, faster SSDs, it's really allowed us to like kind of operate at a more precise level.
Yeah.
And do bigger things.
It's interesting because Survivor really, Fallen Order, really kind of was like coming in at that time where it could almost straddle the next gen, and this feels very, very next gen.
Oh yeah.
And I love that.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like insane.
That
and not just in the ooh ah shiny way, but like it really feels like you're saying you're taking advantage of all that new stuff to make the world bigger, to make things more seamless, to make it feel just like that much better.
Yeah, it was that was all the talk when we were finishing up the first game, and day one we made the decision, Gen 5.
Yeah. So, I mean, we're talking around it, but like we need to dive into this now. How's Cal? What's going on with Cal when we start this game?
Oh, we're asking how much are they going to give?
I don't want to spoil anything, but
that's what I was saying.
if you want, you could just ask him yourself.
Wait,
I'm sorry.
is Cameron there?
Is he? Ladies and gentlemen of Star Wars Celebration 2023,
Shoot.
Cal Kestis himself, Cameron Monaghan.
Oh, with the poncho. Of course he's wearing a poncho. Oh my gosh. Amazing. Cameron is great too. I got to meet both Stig and Cameron. I was lucky enough to meet both Stig and Cameron while I was at the event. And Cameron is
we have an
also
issue here.
very, very nice.
I'm sorry, what is the issue?
Well, see, Anthony, Stig, you're talking about the story, gameplay, characters.
This is so
But you
dramatic.
haven't mentioned a poncho.
You're going off the script here, Cam.
I wasn't supposed to come out here today, but we have to get to the bottom of this.
Oh my
Stig.
gosh. We have to talk about the poncho.
Can you confirm here today, will there be a poncho in the game?
I told you we weren't going to talk about this today.
See, it's in my contract. I would only agree to be in the second game if there was a poncho. You think it was because of your story that people played the first game? No. Poncho.
Oh my
Here's
gosh,
the
this
thing,
is
a lot of people don't know
amazing.
this, but when you ask Cameron, like, what elements of him and his personality and who he is went into Cal Kestis, he said it's mostly ponchos.
It's mostly poncho. It's 99% poncho.
You see this guy
Hey,
walking around town.
cosplayers. Oh, that's
ponchos all the way
Kai.
down.
Ponchos.
I mean, I'm not going to leave the stage until we find out whether or not there's a poncho.
Well,
Huh?
You're not going to get an answer.
I'm here for this answer.
Blink
Oh,
once if there's a
I'm
poncho.
like, I'm here for this
was that?
answer.
Blink once if there's a poncho.
you don't. Okay.
He's
Let's
trying
get this.
not
Let's
to
get this
blink.
back on track. Let's get this back on track.
Oh my gosh.
Here's a
Amazing.
real question.
Amazing.
It's not poncho related.
Okay.
So be
gonna be hard.
It's
Okay.
okay. Be prepared for this.
It's all he knows.
How has Cal
Poncho.
evolved since we last saw him? What's going on with him?
Well, first thing I noticed is he's not wearing a poncho.
Cameron.
Right.
Hey,
It
ponchos are
takes place
important.
5 years later. It's a bad time for Cal. It's a bad time for the galaxy. The Empire is more in control than ever. He's been on the run. He's broken up and disbanded from the Mantis crew. Nowhere safe. And
Did you make Grease mad? You better not have made Grease mad. I'll be so mad at you.
I mean, how do you know that Grease wasn't the issue?
Oh,
'Cause I know
oh.
He's never worn a poncho once in his life.
Oh my God, Cameron!
Never trust a man who doesn't wear a poncho.
So the crew's been split up.
It's been split up, and we've watched Cal kind of
Oh
evolve
my
and
gosh.
change over these last few years. And so he's grown more distrustful, he's more wary, and it's kind of, it's reflected in the way that he interacts with the world around him. And over the course of the game, he's given this spark of hope, and that hope kind of drives forward the story. And I don't want to say where it goes from there, but it's pretty incredible.
I'm excited. I'm very, very excited.
And you know,
From the
you,
little bit of the story we got to play, it
you
just,
obviously have
it's
an
going in
amazing
such a
team of
cool
developers,
direction.
An amazing cast.
Yeah, I think a lot of the team members are here right
Yeah, a lot of y'all are here.
now. Shout out to Jedi.
Shout out to
Yeah,
Respawn.
shout out to the game devs. You're amazing.
So many amazing
I love you
developers,
all.
such an amazing cast. The game, obviously fan response was wonderful. How did it feel for the two of you to be jumping back into this galaxy and coming together again to tell more stories?
I mean, we knew we wanted to do this before we finished the first game, so it was, I mean, we had been talking about it, so it was a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, while we were finishing the first game, we were starting to have conversations about where we wanted to see the story go and what we wanted to do with these characters. We have an amazing cast and crew. People like Deborah Wilson, who plays Seer, incredible. Tina Ivlev, who plays
Yay,
Marin.
Tina!
We got some nice sisters right there.
Danny Roback as Grease. And we also have incredible people on the production side as well. A lot of our story team are really incredible, and our performance director, Tom Keegan, came back as well. And a lot of it was, we felt that there was a recipe that really, really worked, and I think everybody wants to capture lightning in a bottle twice and do so much more with it than we did with the first one. So, you know, I think that we were all hoping that we would have the opportunity to be able to tell more story, and we feel honored to be able to talk more about ponchos, poncho gameplay.
Yeah.
It's very important.
Yeah, the thing is too, I think it needs to be said, I think you understand the character of Cal better than anybody. And I mean, you've taken it to a new level on this game, and you've really gotten it into his head, because you basically are inside of his head. So it's been fantastic working with you.
Aww, that's so cute.
I mean, thank you. But once again, I think that the poncho in the first game did the heavy lifting.
You gotta.
I love
know,
this mosh pit of cosplayers. This is my favorite thing ever.
Say no.
And I'm like recognizing so many of
being very
them. I'm like, oh, I
persuasive, all the
know
people
those
here.
people.
But I'm going to say I don't know.
Listen.
Betrayal, Stig.
Come on, Stig. Come
I
on.
want
Let
you
us
two to be able
know.
to talk through
Let us
this,
know about the poncho.
in private without people. Can we just like put up some B-roll? Do you have anything that we can show while you two work this out?
Well,
It's time.
we did bring the final trailer, but
Yes.
I don't know. I don't think anybody wants to see it. Do you guys want to see it?
Yes, we do.
Let's do it.
There isn't a poncho in it, but
Oh. Well, then why do
But-
we even want to watch it?
there's some really cool stuff. Should we roll
I'm
it?
very excited to see what they're going to show
check
us.
it out.
Let's check it out. Mild language.
You were only a child when they sent you off to war.
Gosh.
Now look at you. The weight of a galaxy on your shoulders.
I love this big dude. Oh,
Didn't I tell you to be more careful about who you scan? Come on.
I cannot tell you who you must become, or where the line is drawn. There are no easy choices.
oh my gosh.
These are dark times. We have few
Poor man.
allies.
Good to see you, Cal.
Bode.
The odds
The
are
Rancor.
against us.
Of course, the
They
Rancor.
will always be against us.
I love them.
Now or never.
Oh my gosh.
Destinies are intertwined.
You fight Ravis?
But I can.
The Droidicas! The Droidicas! This is
there
the
is
first
any
time we're
hope
seeing
of
the
surviving.
Droidicas.
We must stand against the darkness.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, we're gonna have to watch that again. I'm gonna have to watch that so many times. That was so cool. Like, no blaster gameplay. We thought we were gonna get blaster gameplay,
Even without the
but
poncho, it's pretty cool.
oh my gosh,
Yeah.
that was so cool. We
Yeah.
got so much more
I did notice
Marin.
one or two places where a poncho could go, but you're right. I think it's good. And also, I saw a lot of people clapping when that Rancor come up. You think you want to fight that Rancor? You don't. I spent
It's
30
a
minutes trying to
pain.
fight that Rancor, Stig. It was not easy.
Tough.
Fight
was
that
really
Rancor
gotta be
stick.
tough.
No, it was not
So this
easy.
looks
I'm very excited to
absolutely
watch
amazing.
other
One
people
thing
do
that
it.
stuck out to me immediately was this very, very large boy that you are fighting. This big bad.
Ravis?
He's very, very impressive. Who is this?
So his name is Ravis, and he's Gendai. He's the leader
I didn't think
of
we
a
were gonna
gang
actually
called the
fight
Bedlam
him. Like, I
Raiders
didn't think he was
that are,
actually gonna be a
like,
boss fight.
they're
So
kind of
I'm like
kind
very
of bad,
excited.
like bad gang in on Planet Kobo.
Okay.
Bad
Yeah,
gang.
he looks very intense.
He's part of a bad gang.
Very intense.
He's literally a
Think
wrecking
true?
ball.
I love it. I also
Oh
saw
my gosh.
some moments where it looks like Cal is calling in a friend or partnering up with somebody to pull some things off.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's
all
what
the
we
marrying.
termed as characters and gameplay or SIGs, and kind of building off of how
She
we
looks so cool, and she
dipped our
is so
toes into the
cool.
water with BD on the first game, having a buddy AI. What we learned from that, we decided to have
Shout out to
more
the AI,
opportunities for
buddy
Cal to,
AI
like,
dev people. You're
you know,
freaking amazing.
negotiate the worlds, whether it's through combat or through environmental puzzles, with a friend, and the story's being told like the whole time.
Yeah, that's amazing. That's amazing. I mean, it looks like, and everybody that you partner with obviously has their own strengths. Talking about those characters, we saw some very intense moments. What was it like for you working with these characters again and working with these people again one-on-one?
I mean,
Something about ponchos.
we have incredible.
Something about
You know,
ponchos.
not only our returning cast, but we have a bunch of new characters as well. We have
so excited.
an actor named Noshir Dalal, who is incredible.
Freaking
he's a
amazing.
new friend and ally for Cal named Boda Kuna. And
I can't wait to
we
get
have
to
an
know
actor
Bode
named
more.
Cody Fern, who's incredible as well, and a bunch of people who we can't say now, but we were on the performance capture stage for the last 2 years working on it, and I can say that there was a lot of really incredible performances that were given and some very special moments, and I can't wait for people to see it.
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah,
so
the
excited.
size-
I
the size
can't
of the
believe we're so
NPC cast.
close.
Yeah, it just trounces how many NPCs that we had in the last game. So
Oh.
the story is
I'm certain.
unquestionably bigger. And one thing I want to mention as well too, that trailer that we just saw, everything's real. There's nothing in there that's pre-rendered cutscene. It's all on the fly, real hands-on sticks gameplay. So it's something that we're very proud of. And that's been the way that we've done all of our trailers. So just expect that kind of pedigree with this team.
Ooh.
Ooh.
You were all wondering. I was thinking it too. That means that speeder sequence was real.
I was actually thinking about that.
That
Not that
looks
it was
intense.
animated, but it could be a
Here we go.
cutscene.
This is it. We mentioned it. The people are waiting. They want to know.
Poncho?
Customizable.
Poncho.
Customizable elements to Cal. What are we doing? Bring it on.
So like I said before, this became
He's
I'm waiting.
so like I mentioned before,
Poncho.
this became,
Poncho?
we made things like ponchos on the last game.
Okay.
did you?
And
Yeah, and
did you?
we got, there were some people out there that weren't happy with them.
no.
And
We
we
love the
decided that we
poncho.
wanted to, we thought we really nailed the way that we did the customizable parts for the lightsabers. So we wanted to give the lightsaber treatment to all of Cal and BD. So they're real high value parts that you can swap and switch to your heart's content. I don't even know how many permutations or combinations that you could do.
A lot.
But
A lot,
it
sir.
was something that we put a huge amount of effort into on this game, and I hope people appreciate it.
I can tell you, just in the demo that I played, if you don't mind me saying, just in the demo that I played, I had picked up a few different outfits for Cal, and they all looked incredibly different. I had like the classic Star Wars bomber jacket. I had something that kind of looked almost like Clone Wars era armor with like a cape. There was so many different things.
Cal's like,
So many
Cameron's
things.
A
So
cape
many.
is
Oh,
almost
a
like
cape?
a rear punch.
Yeah, think of it as
Rear
think of it as the
punch.
mullet of ponchos.
Okay, you're selling me a little bit.
Which, by the way, the mullet is also very good.
You want to talk about the mullet?
wait, there's a story to the mullet?
The mullet is, it's a Jedi in the front, the party in the back.
Yeah.
I appreciate it. It's, you know, maybe that'll be the canon look, I'm not sure, but I think I like classic Cal.
I think canon look is probably the mullet and the handlebar mustache. I think that's probably, but I love how much customization has been put into this, and even with something like the sabers, you can do more with the sabers now, which I really loved. I was telling Cam that I made the most like custom chromed out like candy apple paint job saber that I've ever seen.
Yeah, there's some things that you can do in there that honestly make me cringe.
So-
but we want to make sure that
a lot of
like,
color
there's people out
options,
there
a
that
lot
wanna
of
do
color
cringy
options.
things, and that's fine. We want to be able to give everybody
True.
that opportunity. if
Let
that's how
people
they
make
wanna play.
Cal look horrible.
That's how I'm going to be playing it for sure.
Yeah.
Find the worst looking
How'd it feel
outfit
to
possible.
see what it would be like if you could grow a full beard? Was that amazing for you?
Well, you know, in the first game, Cal had the most luxurious hair out of pretty much
He
any
really
character
did,
I've
just-
ever seen
Did.
ever.
We
It's
actually
a
we
glorious
talked
man.
a lot about his hair.
And so, you know, I feel like the natural progression was to have one of the most amazing
Yeah, the
beards that you could ever find.
the
and,
nice
There
beard.
are some serious beards.
There really
I
are.
think,
Oh, yeah.
I think everyone here should be envious of the
Full
glorious
beard.
beard of
I
Cal.
was envious. I was like, wow.
In a way, a beard
glorious
is
beard
kind
of
of like
Cal.
a poncho for the face.
It's a face poncho. Beard comes for the Latin. for
Close
face
enough,
poncho,
close enough.
I think. Well, this looks amazing. I want to thank you all for coming out and sharing this with us. I mean, before you go, is there anything that you'd like to say to the fans, to everybody here at Star Wars Celebration?
Give us
We've
that
got some
poncho
Cals and
info?
some Marins up front here.
And not a single poncho on any of them. There's a poncho! There's a poncho! Yeah!
I love yes, cosplayers represent, yes.
Honestly, all I can say is we're very proud of this. I know that everyone who's working on something for a long time is proud of it, but we're especially proud of this thing. You know, it's been an amazing few years, and we can't wait for people to see it. And the one thing I also want to say to people is, please don't spoil it. Please. It's the ending to this
Please.
game.
Please
is
don't
so
spoil
cool.
it.
It's my favorite thing that we've gotten to do so far. It's
Oh, that
so
makes me so
freaking cool.
excited.
So whatever you do, don't
Please
give it
don't
away.
spoil it.
And enjoy it. And, you know, maybe try to find a poncho?
Stig's
I
not
just
giving
wanna
it up.
Thank all of you. I mean,
Stig's not giving
this is
it up.
overwhelming. All the support, and
Yes.
we do it for all of you, and that's the truth. We do it for all of you, and you know, there's nothing more
Stig.
special than putting a smile on somebody's face, and this game does that. This series does that.
Oh, yeah.
And last but not least, big shout out to the Jedi team at Respawn. And,
Game devs, game devs,
those of you who
game
made it
devs,
here,
game devs, game
and
devs.
all of you back home in LA and other parts of the world, and our partners at Lucasfilm, and our you know, it's the support that we get internally and from all you is incredible, and we really appreciate it.
We couldn't do it without you. Thank you.
Well, it is something really special, and y'all should be proud of it. I cannot wait for people to see it. Star Wars Jedi Survivor is out on PlayStation 5, Xbox Series X and S, and PC on April 28th.
Oh
Thank
my
y'all
gosh,
so
it's
much
so
for stopping
close.
by today.
We're
We
less
really
than 20
appreciate it.
days away
Give it up
now.
for Stig Asmussen and
Yay!
Cameron Monaghan. More to come live from Star Wars Celebration. Don't go anywhere.
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna be making a trailer breakdown because that was so cool. There's so much cool stuff. To the cosplayers, yes! Oh, that's so cool. Shout out to all the cosplayers. You know who you are. I love you guys. You're amazing. That's so cool. That's so cool. Oh my gosh. I'm so excited for this game, man. I'm so excited for Jedi Survivor.